Hey beauties, welcome back. So I wanted to do a quick review on a product that I received at Gem Beauty. This product was actually gifted to me by one of the PRs there at the booth, and I am very grateful to have gotten this and a couple other things she gave me as well. These products are amazing and they are a little bit pricey, so I'm very thankful that I was able to get these without having to pay out of pocket. So yes, I am not being paid to do this video or to do this review. She not once asked me to. I'm not affiliated with them, so I just wanted to throw that out there right now, because I know there's some of you that are going to be thinking, oh well, she's probably getting paid for it, or she was asked to do this video. I like to review products and stuff like that, but I would not do a review being dishonest. I always tell companies that I will be 100% honest with my review. So if I don't like a certain product that they gave me or that they sent me, I'm gonna be honest about it. So the product that I am talking about is actually the Ofra Professional Makeup Blush Palette, and it looks like this. And I was in shock when she gave me these products, because they are obviously full-size products, and again, they're a little bit pricey, so I was like, but anyways, this palette is kind of like a cardboard feel to it, which I don't mind at all. And then the back, it just has, it's blank on top, and then on the bottom it gives you a little overview of what this palette is made of and whatnot. And this is a magnetic system palette, which I think is another reason why it's a little bit pricier. But let me just jump right into the palette. It does come with a nice sized mirror, and I'm covering it up so I don't blind you guys, but it is a very decent sized mirror. And like that, as you can see, it's a little bit dirty because I have been playing around with this a whole lot ever since I got it, and I have been playing with a couple different ones just to see the feel and how long it wears, and if it's matte or shimmery or pigmented or not. So yeah, I've been playing with a few, and as most palettes come with a little plastic protector, which I like to keep because I like being safe with my palettes. I try to take care of my palettes as best as I can, so I keep those because they are handy. And as you can see, it comes with a variety of beautiful blushes. Some of them can be used as bronzers, which I thought was super neat. Some of them are shimmery and some of them are matte. Some of them might look a little bit shimmery inside the palette, but when you swatch it and you apply it, it comes off matte. So looks can be deceiving, as we all know. So I can probably point out a few that are my favorites already, which it would be this corner one right here. Now the only downside about this palette is it doesn't come with the names on the palette itself or on the little pans. They do have the names for them online, which I'll probably put somewhere right here as I'm pointing at them. This one right here, which I said could be used as a bronzer, is a beautiful shade as well. The other one I have been liking a lot is this shade right here, which is a pinky kind of like a rose type of shade, if that makes any sense. And then I did swatch this one as well. This one is a pretty color too. Some of these I just swatched, but the ones that I have been for sure using a lot are this one, the bronzer shade, and I did do the highlights and it came out beautifully. It's more of a natural type of glowy look it gives you. And as far as these two up here, I haven't really played with a lot. I feel like this one's a little bit too dark for me, or at least too dark for my taste. And this beautiful violet lavenderish type of color over here, I'm not, like I said, a big fan of these type of colors, but I still think they are gorgeous and they are super pigmented. So I still have to try out this one right here, which also looks beautiful, and this one. I feel like these two are very similar. The two bottom ones are for more lighter skinned skin tones, so I'm just trying to play around with the ones that would go best with my skin tone. I said this already, but they are super super pigmented. Like, you have to be very careful when you dip your brush into these because they are pigmented. And the only good thing about it though is that they are super easy to blend. They blend like a dream. Like, honestly, the first time I tried it, I believe I used this one right here the very first time. I went a little bit crazy and I started panicking when I saw it came out super pigmented. So I immediately grabbed my blending brush and I started blending it out.
And oh my god,
it started blending out so beautifully that I was like, okay, so if you do go a little bit heavy-handed, you are able to blend it out to a more natural look, which I thought was amazing. Not all blushes are like that, and they start looking all patchy when you start blending them out, but this is not the case with this palette. I will be doing some swatches right now, and I will also be inserting a clip somewhere up here of when I applied it. That way you guys can see how it applies and how it blends out. As I did mention at first, this is a magnetic system palette, which means you can take these out and move them around. Or you can even add some, if you have some that are this same size, that are magnetic ones as well, then you can always take some of these out and put your replacement in there, and I thought that was super neat. I do highly recommend this palette for freelance makeup artists because this comes in handy, especially since us freelance makeup artists have to like carry a lot of makeup around to different sites, and it's kind of hard to take all your blushes and bronzers and eyeshadows in different palettes. It's a lot easier and convenient if you're able to do one big palette with a whole bunch of different warm toned, cool toned. It's a lot easier that way, so I recommend this for freelance makeup artists the most. I think this palette is worth it. Now, as far as price, this is $79 on their website. Yes, I know it is super pricey, but I did, like I said, I'm not affiliated with them, but I was able to get a code for you guys that you guys can use for 40% off any Ofra Cosmetics. So $79 minus the 40% off would come out to like 47 something. So I think that is a great deal for this palette, even though it's still a little bit up there, but I think it's worth it, especially if you're one who wants to invest in these products because either you're starting your freelance or whatever the case is. I do recommend this. I highly recommend it because it is totally worth it. Okay, so I swatched the very first row, which is the 4 first ones, and as you can see, one swatch made them super pigmented. Some of them are a little bit, just a little bit chalky. Okay, so here's the second row, starting from this one right here all the way down. As you can see, the last one is that brown bronzy shade that I said would be really good for bronzing your face, which is right there. And the second row is all matte shades, so I thought that was pretty neat. The first 3 up here are a little bit more on the shimmery side, but not too shimmery. As you can see, I think that this row right here is more for light-skinned people. So again, this is the first row that I swatched right here. And then the second row I swatched at the very bottom. And the third row I swatched up. So yes, I hope those swatches were very visible for you guys, to the point where you guys were able to see what I was talking about the undertones being shimmery, matte, and all that good stuff. So if not, then I'll go ahead and try to insert pictures of the swatches, which I think work a little bit better than swatching them on camera, because sometimes with lighting and all that, they do come off a little bit washed out. As you can see, I took it out, and like I was saying at first, they don't come with names on it, which would have been a plus if they did. That's how it looks right there. See, it sticks on there and it's not even in its place, and you can hear the click. So you see that? So I thought that was super cool. Yes, that's my review on this palette. So overall, would I recommend this palette? Yes, I would definitely recommend this palette to anyone who's a blush lover or, like I said, a freelance makeup artist. I mean, $79 is pricey, but using the code that I will be putting in the description box, you will save 40% off, which is something. And they are very long wearing. Like, I don't have to reapply blush at all throughout the day since I've been using it, which I thought was really nice as well, because there's certain blushes where I do have to reapply a little bit because it starts like fading away, but that's not the case with this palette, which I thought was another plus. So let's see.
Super pigmented, long wearing. You have your mattes and your shimmeries. We should give that 2 points, huh? And I could just keep going on and on and on. And it's also a magnetic palette, which, like I said, you can remove some.
Okay, so I hope that I was able to give you guys enough information on this product. Again, I highly recommend it. I will leave any other information that either I forgot or all the information that I mentioned that is important about this product. I'll go ahead and list everything in the description box along with the link and everything else. So yes, I really hope you guys found this review helpful. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And with that, I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye.